Hello everyone. Today's lecture is about properties of Fourier transform. There are several properties of Fourier transform. The first property is linearity property. The linearity property states that the Fourier transform of a weighted sum of two signals is equals to weighted sum of their individual Fourier transforms. That means if the Fourier transform of a signal x1 is x1 of omega and the Fourier transform of signal x2 is x2 of omega, then the weighted sum of two signals, that is ax1t plus bx2t, that Fourier transform will become a times x1 omega plus b times x2 omega, and the a and b are some scalar factor or constants. The proof of this theorem property is done by taking the Fourier transform of the LHS, which is ax1 plus bx2, by taking LHS Fourier transform, which is having a formula of integration minus infinity to plus infinity, whatever is the in the place of x of t, that is ax1 plus bx2 into e to the power minus j omega t dt. By splitting these two terms, by opening the bracket and splitting into two terms, first term will become a into x1t into e to the power minus j omega t dt, plus b, second term will become b into x2t e to the power minus j omega t dt. Hence a and b we can take it out as they are constants, and the remaining of whatever is the integration formula, that is a formula of Fourier transform. So we can write it as a of capital X1 omega plus b of capital X2 omega. Hence the LHS has matched to the RHS. That is the proof of the property number 1 called as linearity property. Now let's move to the next property. The next property is the time shifting property. Time shifting property states that if the signal is shifted by a time t naught, then the spectrum will be modified by a linear phase shift of slope minus omega t naught. That means if a signal x of t, suppose its Fourier transform is capital X of omega, then if we are shifting the signal, that is x of t minus t naught, then the Fourier transform will be multiplied with e to the power minus j omega t naught. Okay, so that's by for the proof we are going to do by taking the LHS side, we're taking the Fourier transform, and by taking the LHS and taking the Fourier transform formula, it becomes integration x of t minus t naught into e to the power minus j omega t dt. Next part is by putting t minus t naught as p, and hence t will become p plus t naught and dt will become dp. By substituting all these things will become Fourier transform of x of t minus t naught will become integration of minus infinity to plus infinity x of p e to the power minus j omega p plus t naught. In place of t we substituted p plus t naught dp. Hence now exponential term is having two terms. As you know, exponential term we can split into two parts by multiplying, that is exponential e to the power minus j omega p will be after the integration, and e to the power minus j omega t naught will be taken outside the integration. Okay, hence the remaining after the integration, whatever is there, that is the formula of a Fourier transform. So we can write the Fourier transform as capital of x of omega. Hence what happened is whenever the shifting happened, that is getting multiplied with the exponential term, that is e to the power minus j omega t naught. That is the proof of the first thing. Similarly, x of t plus t naught, that is time advancing, that is also can be done, that is whose Fourier transform will multiplied by a factor e to the power plus j omega t naught. So this property is very important implication, that is Whenever you're saying this thing is multiplied with the exponential factor, the magnitude does not change. The only factor changes is phase, because magnitude of exponential complex function is always 1. That's why magnitude of e to the power minus j omega t naught x of omega will become mod of x of omega. Whereas the phase angle of that will be changing, that is the phase angle of exponential function plus the phase angle of x of omega, and the phase angle of exponential function will be angle of minus omega t naught plus angle of x omega. Hence from this what you understand is time shifting function of a function the result in multiplying the Fourier transform by exponential function, but there is no change in the magnitude spectrum, but the phase spectrum is being linearly shifted. So that is the property number 2, called as time shifting property. The next property is called as the frequency shifting property. The property says that whenever the multiplication of time domain signal x of t is multiplied by exponential function e to the power j omega t naught, then the Fourier transform, the frequency spectrum will be shifted by an frequency of omega naught. So that is, mathematically we can say if x of t Fourier transform is x of omega, then the Fourier transform of e to the, whenever you're multiplying e to the power j omega t into x of t, then the frequency spectrum gets shifted by omega naught. Hence, by to prove this, we'll start with the LHS. So LHS is having, take the Fourier transform of LHS, which is exponential e to the power j omega naught t into x of t. By putting in the formula of Fourier transform, where we substituted in place of x of t given as e to the power j omega t into x of t. Okay, next two exponential function can be, whenever they are multiplied, their powers are getting added. So when we added two exponential, that becomes e to the power minus j omega minus omega naught t. This has again this formula is the formula of Fourier transform, but only the frequency has changed, that is omega minus omega naught. Hence we can write down it is capital X of omega minus omega naught. So that is the proof of this property, that is frequency shifting property. Whenever it is multiplied with a exponential positive, that is j omega naught t, the frequency shifting is omega minus omega naught. In reverse, if we are multiplying with a exponential negative, that is e to the power minus j omega naught t, that frequency which is shifted is omega plus omega 0. Okay, so that is the property number 3, called as frequency shifting property. Next property is, the next property is known as time reversal property. The time reversal property says that if a Fourier transform of a signal x of t is capital X of omega, then the time reversal means x of minus t Fourier transform will become x of minus omega. So let us prove it by taking the left hand side. By taking the left hand side, the left hand side of this is x of minus t. So we'll take a Fourier transform of x of minus t. By taking Fourier transform of x of minus t, we'll substitute in place of x of t as x of minus t, and we'll write the formula of Fourier transform. Now let us substitute t by minus t. Let us substitute t by minus t. Hence what happened? The expression changes as x of t, in place of x of minus t, it becomes x of t, and the exponential symbol minus, when t is substituted as minus t, this becomes positive. All right. So now this positive sign exponential, we can write in by taking two negative signs, that is e to the power minus j minus omega. Okay, so in this way, this has become the formula of the Fourier transform. This has become the formula of Fourier transform, but with a change, that is the frequency has changed as minus omega. Hence, this it is equal to capital X of minus omega. So that is LHS has proved, that is LHS and RHS has been same what we stated before. So that is the proof of the fourth property, that is time reversal property.